They need help. They know they need help. They could reach out right now. There are people in their life who would answer, who would show up, who would genuinely want to be there. And they won't call. Not because they don't trust those people, not because they're too proud, but because somewhere in the architecture of who they are, needing something from someone feels like an imposition so large they would rather carry it alone, however heavy it gets, than place any part of it on someone else. They will sit in the pain. They will figure it out alone. They will be fine. They are always fine. That is the saddest sentence I know how to write. This is not a rare personality quirk. This is one of the most common and most quietly devastating patterns in human psychology, and it has a name. Psychologists call it self-silencing, the chronic suppression of needs, feelings, and requests in order to protect the people around you from having to bear any weight on your behalf. It is most commonly found in people who grew up feeling like too much, not dramatically, not through obvious neglect or cruelty, sometimes just through the quiet accumulation of moments where their needs arrived at the wrong time. A parent who was stressed, a home where everyone was already struggling, an environment where asking for something felt like adding weight to people who were already buckling. So they learned, quietly, early, to need less, or at least to appear to need less, to fold their needs up very small and put them somewhere nobody could see, and get on with taking care of everything else. And they got so good at it, so unnervingly, impressively good at it, that people stopped checking. Because they always seemed fine. Here is what is happening underneath the surface. There is a belief, not a conscious one, not one they could articulate if you asked, but a belief that runs everything. My needs are a burden. My pain is an inconvenience. If I ask for help, I will exhaust the people I love. And if I exhaust them, they will leave. This is not logic. This is an old wound, speaking in the language of self-protection. And it is extraordinarily convincing, because the fear of being too much is always louder than the evidence that you're not. Someone can have 10 people in their life who would drop everything for them, and still sit alone at midnight convinced that calling any one of them would be an unforgivable imposition. That is not paranoia. That is what happens when a person has spent years learning that their needs come last. There is something else at work here too. Psychologist Kristin Neff's research on self-compassion reveals something painful and precise. The people who are most compassionate toward others are often the least compassionate toward themselves. The same person who would drive across the city at midnight for a friend in pain, who would say, without hesitation of course, "I'm here, always, whatever you need," cannot extend that same response to their own suffering, cannot say to themselves what they would say to anyone they loved. You are allowed to need things. You are not a burden. Asking for help is not a weakness. You deserve the same care you give to everyone else. They know those words. They say them to other people constantly. But when it comes to themselves, something blocks it. Something old and stubborn and deeply convinced that the rules that apply to everyone else do not apply to them. If you love someone like this, understand that when they say they're fine, they are not lying to you. They have simply told themselves the same thing for so long that they can no longer tell the difference between fine and quietly falling apart. Don't ask once and accept the answer. Ask differently. Ask specifically. Not "are you okay?" but "what do you actually need right now?" And then wait. Give them space to answer honestly, because the honest answer may be the first time they've let themselves have one in a very long time. And if you are this person, if you are reading this, recognizing the specific familiar weight of needing something and choosing silence anyway, I want to say something to you directly. The people who love you would rather carry some of your weight than watch you disappear under it alone. You being okay matters to them, not the performance of okay, the real version. You have spent so long protecting everyone else from your needs that you have made yourself invisible inside your own life. You are not a burden, you are a person. And people, all people, need things sometimes, even you, especially you.